You have never given it much thought, at least not nearly as much as you should. Sooner or later, it comes to you. With each tick, it draws nigh. Before it comes, what do you do? How do you prepare? The fabric of society has been woven thick. Its womb cocoons and consumes you. It clothes you with complacency and delusions of grandeur. This grand and elaborate design distracts you. It reinforces mundane principles, selfish ideas, and bursts a false sense of utopia. The desire for many is to be different, but even the difference they seek is cultured and conditioned by the idea of what society teaches them is different. Look around you. It's all false. A representation conjured by a system which cultivates lies and harvests despair. For those who do stand out, they stand out only to become part of a different group which already stands out. They are still within the realms of nothing different. How do you truly overcome and become greater than the ideas of ungodly men? They say, aspire to own a home. God says, aspire to own thy heart. They say, aspire to own a car. God says, aspire to walk my path. They say, aspire to attain the world. God says, aspire to attain my kingdom. They say, aspire to have a degree. God says, aspire to have me. It is the ideologies of mankind that enslave us. Before you know it, you have lived. Before you know it, you have lost. And before you know it, you have failed. What then? All your life was dedicated to one thing, yet that one thing will betray you and remain after you're gone. Judas. The ideologies of mankind raised you. The ideologies of mankind schooled you, employed, and now it will bury you. We are our own slave masters. Whips at our back, we drive ourselves into destruction. Our decisions have become a superimposed ideology, a collective consciousness. With each chapter of society, we progress not towards the greatness of humanity, but to the precipice of its destruction. Morality has been hijacked by greed. Freedom has given way to oppression, hope lost, and our hearts have become a desolate place. We live in a world which has now reduced the God of man to a myth, and his book, a fairy tale. A world where science is heralded as our savior and the sinful ways of mankind is glorified. If science is your savior, then man is your savior, and mankind can't even save mankind. Yet, there is hope. For the ideology of God begins with that which is innate to you. Romans 12:2 makes it clear. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, and what is good, acceptable, and perfect. To be greater than you are, you must be willing to cultivate a lack of good taste in what mankind deems as acceptable.
I have a dream that one day,
They have no basis to judge, for their knowledge is as finite as the days of self. Their judgment is based on that which is taught, and before that too was taught. Seek not the blessings of mankind, for their blessings are finite. But the blessing of God is eternal and everlasting. Men aren't born great, but by their deeds they become such. Therefore, be not disappointed with who you are, for you are the greatest you, and no one is better. We are all on one timeline: atheists, Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, Jews. We are on God's timeline. Each of us will be presented with detrimental challenges and unforeseen circumstances. It's sad, but necessary. Everything to aid in your success has been set and only awaits your arrival, accompanied by the right decisions. Free yourself from the matrix of existence. Hidden in plain sight, we embrace deception and shun the truth. We praise authority figures and disregard God. Don't just accept what I say. Embrace, cultivate, and exhibit it. You keep putting him off. You've got him on pause while you play the world. How much longer before your allotted second creeps upon you? When your tape has been played, that's it. You get no replay. All you've got is now. Make a difference.